You're listening to Texas Real Estate with Todd Tramonte, brought to you by the Patrick Glaros Mortgage Team, DP Lambert at Goose Insurance, and Stryker Roofing. And now your host, real estate broker, team leader, best-selling author, coach, consultant, and speaker, Todd Tramonte.
Welcome, folks. Welcome to the show. You are listening to Texas Real Estate, and we are talking all things residential real estate across the great state of Texas with an emphasis on DFW. And we will give you the scoop on the market as it is in the middle of June in 2020. And we'll take your questions. As always, you can send those questions in to the website at treradio.com. TRE is short for Texas Real Estate, so you don't forget it. treradio.com. You can also find us social media just about anywhere. Probably the easiest place is Facebook. Just find me at Todd Tramonte. We do have a radio show page there at Texas Real Estate with Todd Tramonte. But whatever's easiest for you, find us online, call us, text us, email us. We would love to take your questions. We do have the English wonder, the one and only, the Yanni Donnie, Ian Daniels in studio, taking your questions and peppering me with them. Let's ask the question that everyone is always waiting with bated breath. Do we say bated breath? Waiting
bated
with
breath.
Bated breath to know, Ian, how English do you plan to be today?
Oh, Todd, what a great week to ask. I am beach bound, buddy. I am full on American, beach bound, heading to Florida. Let's go. Beach, sun, wave,
Did you say
sand.
this last week? I feel like
Well, last week I said I was almost getting there.
Right.
I leave tomorrow. Let's go.
Excited to not be here. So excited to not be here next week.
Thrilled to be here now. Won't be here next week.
So not very English. Feeling a little bit more American today, and that's fine with me.
You noticed too, Mason was playing with his new toy.
Yes, he's got drops now.
Yeah.
It's a great one. That's a great affirmative audio drop there. We don't have a strong history of cheesy radio stuff, but we are wading into the pool now.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
We'll see what producer Mason has. He is with us, folks. The young MG, Mason Goss, the producer extraordinaire of audio and video. Don't forget the video piece. You can head over to the website treradio.com and you can find a tab and a link for videos, or you can go straight to our YouTube channel with hundreds of videos, not just past radio shows, but all sorts of educational information on relocating to the area or within the area, or neighborhood information, tips on buying, tips on selling, how to save money, how to best invest your money, all sorts of stuff in and around real estate at tthst.tv. TTHST is short for Todd Tramonte Home Selling Team. That's what we do all week long, every single week, helping thousands of DFW area families every year get information, buy, sell, invest, protest property taxes, get info on improvements, find a great vendor, anything and everything. You can take advantage of all of that good advice and suggestions and relationships by calling or texting anytime. Just save this in your phone, 214-310-0008, 214-310-0008. More people texting than ever before.
Oh, a lot, yeah.
And we're totally happy with that. No big deal. You can text us anytime, day or night. We will respond during business hours, but you can text anytime you like, and we'll always get to you within a day. And we'd love to help you in any way. Of course, if you're buying or selling a home, we'd love to help you at the Todd Tramonte Home Selling Team. But even if you just need the name of somebody, or you want to know, should I do tile or wood or engineered or hardwood, we want to add value for you. Call or text 214-310-0008, or you can always go online to overunderagent.com, because we do guarantee to sell your home over the average price and under the average time. And of course, we guarantee to save you a bunch of money when you buy a house as well. So I know we got a bunch of questions piling up. We are brought to you today and every day by the Patrick Glaros Mortgage Team. Just do what my wife and I do. Anytime you have a mortgage question, call or go online to patrickglaros.com. That's Glaros, patrickglaros.com. What do we have in the way of questions, Ian?
We have confusion, Todd. We have some confusion. Team name is the Todd Tramonte Home Selling Team.
Right.
A question that we get pretty regularly is, do you guys also work with buyers?
It is a fair question. It's only moderately frustrating. And the reason is this. In the world of real estate, those of us that have a license, selling doesn't necessarily mean only working with the seller. So interestingly enough, in a normal transaction, the listing agent helps the seller, and wait for it, the selling agent helps the buyer.
No,
Confusing. Mind blown. Doesn't make any sense. I know. So the reality is, of course, we work with buyers and sellers. We are big believers in specialization and expertise. So on our team, we have two very specialized roles for outside agent, for sales agents, what most people would call a realtor. They are realtors, but we call them a
realtor.
Realtor, right. Got it. Nailed it. We call what most people would call a listing agent, the person that's working with the seller, we call that a marketing specialist, because we believe that a client wants you to do more than just put it on a list. They want you to actually market and negotiate and advocate for them. So that's a marketing specialist. And then we do also have buyer specialists that work with the buyers. So we literally have specialized agents on our team who only work with buyers. So yes, we work with buyers and sellers. And just to be specific, we have a couple of agents on our team that specialize in working with investors as well. So yes, we do that. As a team, we can specialize in 4 or 5 things, but our individual agents on our team usually only specialize in one. Some of the more experienced ones might have 2 or 3 areas. So short answer, yes, we definitely work with buyers and sellers, and we guarantee buyers that we'll save you at least $5,000 during the purchase process of buying a home, or we'll help you cover some of your closing costs. But, usually it's a lot more than that, but at least $5,000. And for our sellers, right now we're averaging almost 9% over the comparable sales price of neighbors in the neighborhood, similar houses, same time of year. Big difference being who marketed your home. So
yeah, that's great. Hey, go over to valuethishouse.com right now. Go check out your home valuation in less than 1 minute. It's going to take you like 45 to 50 seconds. Go get it done. Get a home valuation. If you want something a little bit more custom, just reply to the email that you'll get, and one of our team members will reach out, and we'll have a quick conversation with you and get you all of the information that you need. Resurfacing a pool, Todd. This was a question that we had this week. How do you go about it? What are the benefits of it? What are the dangers with it? Give us all of your expertise and knowledge on pools.
Yep. I think you should this is a big DIY project, super fun. Just drain it and do that yourself. Just kidding. Don't do that. I did have a client do that once. That's why I said that.
Yeah, that's not good.
Totally nuts. I mean, literally I'll just knock it out. Saturday honeydew project. That's not what this is.
Have you now called that this person's name rule? Like yes. That's how all rules and laws come out, right? It's like the person's name
that on radio, though. That person would not appreciate that. That ended up with a professional doing it, believe it or not.
Let's call it the Mason Goss rule.
Kind of like for sale by owners. So here's the deal. You don't want to do that yourself unless that's your profession.
It was not Mason Goss.
It was not. Here's the thing. Refinishing a pool, resurfacing a pool should be the same thing, but aren't necessarily the same thing. Sometimes it's purely cosmetic, right? Your pool is fine. It's not leaking. It's just not attractive. It's almost kind of like painting, right? So you're draining the pool. You're making it pretty again. You're probably adding one more layer of security and a barrier for that water to leak. If your pool is cracking, that's a little different. That's reshoring up the structural integrity of the pool and making it look better. So you want to call a reputable pool company. Let me be very clear about that. There's a big difference in a pool company and a reputable pool company. And a lot of pool companies only do new pools. Some of them don't do repairs. A lot of pool companies only service pools, right? Like literal cleaning, like chlorine and brushing and netting and checking chemical balance in your equipment. So there's a narrow niche in there of people that truly do pool repairs at an expert level. So that's about the extent of what I will advise, other than to say, make sure you're talking with a true expert that knows what they're doing. There's a huge variety in pricing on this. I have seen people get pools resurfaced, under $2,000, and I've also seen people pay, $12,000. I will not say what the right price is because there's a lot of different size pools and shape pools and all kinds of stuff. But you do want to seek out an expert. You might want to get a couple of opinions before you move forward with that. But that is absolutely a get an expert situation, and make sure you understand what you need. Is it purely cosmetic, or do you need to, fix a crack or shore up some cosmetics? And this is one of those projects that can lead to other things like, well, we're going to redo some drains. Are we going to redo the vents? Are we going to redo the lights while we're down there? So just be prepared to limit your budget, or for that project to swell a little bit on you or creep on you, as contractors would say.
Perfect. I don't know if you've noticed, but when you walk outside right now, there's a strong chance that you might begin to melt. Have you noticed that?
Immediately, yeah.
Okay.
Like instantaneously almost combust. Yeah.
Okay, good. So thankfully, almost everybody has an air conditioning unit in their home. Mm-hmm. Is now the time to just get it checked on? Like, what's the deal with that? Like, my AC works fine.
Yep.
Is it worth having someone come over, spending however much money it costs to have somebody take a look at it, just to be told, yep, it's still fine?
Great question. Probably not going to like my answer. No, now is not the ideal time to do that. The ideal time to do that was 6 weeks ago. But now is the next best time to do that, right? So, I mean, we promise on this show to give you the very best information and expertise we can. And the very best was when we recommended that late spring, before it gets too hot and all the HVAC companies are super busy. And now the prices have gone up a little bit because they're slammed, and they've got to fit you in, and the cost of everything just creeps up a little bit. The material, all that stuff. But this is a better time than August. The worst AC experience I ever had was when my in-law, we were very newly married, first home we had ever bought. In-laws are literally in the car driving up from Houston, and you hear that that really terrifying sound. Fan stops.
Not good. 4
seconds later, you're sweating. We have a baby. I'm like, this is a taste of hell.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of what it looks like. So luckily, way back then, I called the same person I would recommend you call right now, Reinhardt Service Company, 469-231-6411, 469-231-6411 for heating, air conditioning, or electrical help. And Rodney and his team were literally at my house replacing my outside condenser unit in under an hour. That's not normal, folks. That is not normal. As a matter of fact, we had a good friend recently that, for whatever reason, did not choose to use Rodney and had to wait 2 days, send wife and children to another person's house to spend the night, and then were able to get their AC fixed. And honestly, that wasn't that bad. That's not that bad of a turnaround. But for our clients and friends, typically Reinhardt Service Company is going to give you front of the line service and get that turned around really quickly for you. So if you can't remember the phone number, you can always go to treradio.com and find all of our recommended pros. Yes, but as far as 2020 is concerned, today is the best day to get that AC checked.
I literally just
because
texted
it
him
will
right
get
now.
worse.
Because I realized I didn't do what we said to do 6 weeks ago.
Yep.
And I really need to make sure we get that done.
I did, but I'm hearing a weird noise. I might actually have him out again. So
we'll see who he comes to first.
Yeah, I've been recommending Rodney and his team at Reinhardt Service Company for I think more than a decade at this point. If not, it's 8-9 years, at least 8 or 9 years. And they've family owned, third generation business, been in the Metroplex for 60 something years. I mean, a long time. They're very good at what they do. So check them out at treradio.com, Reinhardt Service Company.
Give us your current market update, if you would.
I'll give you a quick snapshot. Maybe we'll have some time to expand a little bit later in the show. But quick snapshot on where is the market right now. It is at this beautiful, fantastic, opportunistic crossroads of a really, really good time to sell your house and also a very good time to buy a house. This little kind of double opportunity doesn't often come. And the reason for that is normally when it's a very clearly defined seller's market, which it is right now, buyers are getting beat up on really bad. Or if it's a really well-defined buyer's market like it was back in 2008, early 2009, sellers are just, kind of getting roughed up. What's happening right now is sellers have a lot of leverage. So buyers are, having to pay at, near, or slightly beyond full market value, but buyers are getting their borrowing at a discount. Their interest rates on mortgages are extremely low, and buyers have more confidence than at any other time that if I buy a house, it's actually going to be worth more tomorrow or next year than it was when I bought it. So for that reason, I would be very clear that right now, if all things are having to be weighed, it's still more advantageous for a seller. But it's a very, very good time to be a buyer. And the one message I want buyers to hear in this market is if you are ready and your finances are ready and your family is ready, it's a very bad time to sit and wait, right? If you're waiting because you think the market's going to crash, I do not think that is wise. I do not see a crash anywhere in the near future. And the reason for that is our extraordinarily low housing inventory. And believe it or not, even at the pace home builders are building, there's more demand relative to the pace of building than supply can meet. So I expect us to have rising home prices, a very healthy job market, especially relative to the rest of the country, for a long time, for years. So I would not be waiting. You're just waiting for prices to go up and potentially for interest rates to go up. That just means it's going to be more and more expensive for a buyer.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, if you're thinking about selling your house right now, you need to go to valuethishouse.com. You need to. We keep telling you, and we keep saying you need to go and do that. Valuethishouse.com. Get your home valuation in less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute. And if you want more information, reply to the email, and we will give you a call, and we'll get some more information, and we'll give you everything you need. Valuethishouse.com.
Yeah, I always say anyone and everyone who owns a home should get your property value checked twice a year, once in summer, once in winter. But based on all the crazy volatility of our world and our economics right now, I would be checking that every single month. Once a month, every month, go to valuethishouse.com. It'll take you 30, 40, 50 seconds, less than a minute. And then like Ian said, if you want a deep dive custom valuation, you just reply to that email and say, hey, could you guys customize one for me? And then we'll do a quick phone call, get a little bit more info from you, and one of our experts on our team will do a deep dive for you.
I got even better news for you. When you do that the first time, it will send you an automated email when your home valuation changes.
Yep. And you can do it for multiple properties. Okay, let's talk peanut butter and jelly real quick.
Man, we need that song.
If you have been listening to this show for more than a week, some of you have been here with us for years, you know that every June we do our PBJ drive. And the goal there is to feed hungry North Texas children. Now, we are also excited about feeding all sorts of folks in North Texas that need meals, adults, children, seniors, everybody. But we are especially passionate about, and I will admit, a little bit angry about feeding children. And the reason we're angry is because children should never be hungry, especially in Dallas-Fort Worth, where there are more than enough resources. Even in the crazy current world we're living in right now, there are way more than enough resources to make sure that children never have to worry about where their next meal is coming from. That just should not be a thing in Dallas-Fort Worth in the year 2020. So join us in making sure that's not a thing. Join us in making sure that children can get food. Not just children, but especially children, right? The senior community is more vulnerable than others in when it comes to what we call food security. Do I know that I'm going to have a full pantry? Do I know that I'm going to have a meal today and also tomorrow? Am I going to get at least 2, hopefully 3 full, good, nutritious meals a day? And peanut butter and jelly is probably not the best meal in the world, but it's got good shelf life. It's got reasonably decent nutrition, and it will sustain folks in a short-term hard time or some folks that are in an extended period of just needing to know that they can eat, right? So head over to pbjdrive.com, PBJ, pbjdrive.com. You can donate through Venmo or PayPal. You can do $5, $50, $500, $5,000, whatever you feel you're capable of doing. We would love for you to do something. And that will go to the North Texas Food Bank as well as the Tarrant Area Food Bank. So we serve both sides, Dallas and Fort Worth sides. And if you would like to actually drop off peanut butter and jelly, you are welcome to do that at our Richardson office as well as our West Fort Worth office of the Todd Tramonte home selling team. just go to the website and you can contact us there and let us know, hey, we'd like to come on this day at this time, and we'll make sure somebody's there to collect that from you. And then at the very end of June or early July, we will get those physically delivered and dropped off for everybody at the food banks or one of their preferred local partners that needs restocking on those shelves. So join us in our 2020 PBJ Drive. Go get more information or make your donations at pbjdrive.com. pbjdrive.com. What was the website, Ian?
pbjdrive.com.
That's right. It's pbjdrive.com. And we are asking. We're not ashamed to ask. We're not embarrassed to ask. There's not much more of an essential need than food in bellies. Let's love our neighbors well. Let's serve our neighbors. If you like to say give back, let's call it giving back. Whatever will motivate you to join us in contributing. Again, if you're feeling like you can't contribute enough to matter, $5 I think is like 15 meals, right? And you can do the math. We usually will. We will also, as a team, as the Todd Tramonte home selling team, also contribute. And we can usually find a matching donor, or the food banks usually have matching donors this time of year because this is their highest time of need. So we're usually able to donate thousands of meals as part of this drive. So join us in that. We'd love to see you drop $50 in there. If you can do 500 or 5,000, we'd love to give you a big shout out on the air, your company name, your family name, whatever it is you're interested in. So last time, pbjdrive.com.
One quick behind the scenes, every time we get a referral here on the team, we give a donation to the food banks. Every dollar that is donated provides, I think it's 3 meals.
Right. And then sometimes there's a matching donor, so it's 6.
Yeah. So for somebody that's saying, hey, I just don't, I can't give enough to help, every single dollar is at least 3 meals, 3 bellies, 3 kids that get a meal that day.
And we have a Venmo set up, which is literally just at PBJ Drive.
Yeah.
So if you don't even want to go to the website, you want to Venmo $3 right now, that is like 9 or 18 meals, one of the two. And you can just Venmo at PBJ Drive. There's a little blue or purple and yellow logo. Blue and yellow, purple and yellow, depends on
it. It looks like peanut butter and jelly.
And it says PBJ. It's weird how it just almost looks just like the colors of peanut
coincidence.
Butter and jelly. But again, you can send $3, $3,000. But I'd love to encourage you to stretch. If you can do $50, that would be awesome. So pbjdrive.com or Venmo at pbjdrive. And we still got a lot of real estate to talk about. When we come back in the second half of the show, I've got a couple of really exciting stories to tell you about folks that are breaking records and who are absolutely dominating. I'll just be honest. They are absolutely dominating the other party in a transaction.
It's amazing.
Like, when we represent a buyer, they're just crushing the seller. We're representing sellers, they're just crushing the buyer. And I don't mean that like hurtful to the other person. I just mean there's some amazing deals getting put together right now.
It goes to what we talk about in training. It goes to what we talk about in how we train and how we educate each and every one of our agents, Todd.
Yeah, and our agents are having fun right now. They're busy. And to be clear, if you're thinking about selling right now, call us right away, 214-310-0008, because we can only help about 12 new sellers every month based on all that we put into a new transaction, and we would love to help you. So call us, 214-310-0008 or overunderagent.com.
Real estate expert, team leader, and best-selling author, Todd Tramonte.
Welcome back, folks. Well, that music sounds good, producer Mason. So
crushing it. Mason's going to have a mic next week. You excited for that?
I'm thrilled. I know you might be worried. It's kind of like when you go down as a quarterback and that young stud comes in. He's lifting weights a little harder than you.
It's true.
Oh, sorry. Was that? Didn't mean to do that. Welcome back to Texas Real Estate. We are talking all things residential real estate across the great state of Texas. I want to make a quick point, but first, this segment is brought to you by Stryker Roofing. As you walk outside and immediately bake and melt, so is your roof. And a good roof should sustain that for a long time. But we did have some hail, we did have some high winds, we had some heavy rains, and we're not really finished with any of that yet. So if you're not 100% confident that your roof is rock solid, or, and this is a big or, if you have not had an expert on your roof, and I would say in the last couple of years, you need to. Roofs are not something you just want to wait and have to replace. Ideally, you want to know the situation. In our market, there's a little bit of an insurance strategy. You'd rather replace it with an insurance claim than paying cash for it. But Stryker Roofing is my absolute preferred roofer to help you with that. They just did a great roof on a new patio cover at my place. Great job. In and out really quick, clean. Great job. 844-243-ROOF. 844-243-ROOF. Or go online to strykerbuilds.com. That's BUILDS, strykerbuilds.com. And they're awesome. They also own an insurance company, so they totally get it on how to ethically and appropriately, but also successfully to your benefit, manage an insurance process if there is one. And if there's not one, how to do that the right way as well. They're never going to oversell you, but they're also never going to undercut what really needs to be done. So go to strykerbuilds.com. I want to talk just for a couple of minutes here about investing. There are some beautiful investment opportunities in the real estate market right now. If you own a home and you have no intention of moving, I'm so happy for you. That's exactly how I am right now, right? This radio show is still for you. There's still value for you. But if you've thought, I might like to own a rental, or I might want to flip a house every once in a while, or I'd like to rationalize a lake house or a vacation house by generating some vacation rental income or something, but you don't really know if you should or if you could or what's next, give us a call. We would be happy to talk that through with you, help you kind of put together a little spreadsheet on what would the math look like, how much could you use it, how much could someone, all those questions. We are here to help you answer those. Call or text 214-310-0008, 214-310-0008, or online at overunderagent.com. I want to make one more point and we'll move on. You've probably heard us say a million times that we guarantee to sell your house over the average price and under the average time. We don't talk about it as much, but if you're interested in just a straight up cash offer, what will you pay me right now to take my house and I can go away? We'll be happy to do that for you all day, every day too, right? We're able to get you an offer within 24 hours. Now, let me be very clear. That is almost never going to be as high as we could get you if we put forth our full marketing plan. It's not intended to steal your house or buy your house out from under you for lower, but it's intended to say, look, if you're in a life situation where you would just like to take the money and run, we'll give you that number right away within 24 hours. Or if you're in a situation where you would like to know, okay, what's my backup number? What would you offer me if for some reason it doesn't sell quickly, or my house is kind of challenging and things don't work out, and at the 2-week point or the 30-day point or whatever, I just want to say, you know what, we're going to take that cash and go. We'll get you that offer every single time. That's where some of these investment opportunities come in as well. If you would like to know, hey, Todd, next time somebody tells you, I just want the cash offer, I might want to be the person that makes that cash offer. Call or text us and tell us that. We'd love to have a conversation with you, and then we might put you on that list and let you know when there's some really good opportunities for really good deals, because no, we don't buy them all. And yes, we are really loyal to our legitimate quality investors. Not all people that say they're investors are legitimate or quality, but if you are, or you'd like to be, give us a call. 214-310-0008 or online at overunderagent.com. That's for the Todd Tramonte home selling team. That's what we do all week, all year, every year, helping thousands of people buy, sell, invest, get information, get pricing, get advice, avoid huge mistakes. And we really enjoy doing it. 214-310-0008 or text 214-310-0008 or go online to overunderagent.com.
I want you to expand on the guarantee that we have. It's a question we get often from people that listen to the show.
Yep.
And I love having that conversation with folks that reach out to us. But I think if you could give just kind of a quick overview, obviously we don't want to give away all the secrets, right?
Right.
But give us a quick overview of how do we come to that number? What does that guarantee actually consist of? Because I think there's a lot of people that are curious about it. People hear a lot of guarantees out there.
Right.
And and
most of them are bogus.
Wary of them.
Yeah, most of them are total bait and switch bogus. Even in real estate. I mean, look, I'm not going to badmouth any one specific agent or company by name. That's not what we do. We don't even enjoy doing that. And plus, my goal as a follower of Jesus is I'm not going to tear anybody down. We want to build people up and love on them, even if we don't necessarily agree with how they do business. It's a free country. You can do business a lot of ways, and they might be legal. We just don't think they're best.
Yep.
And so I have been in the room with trainers and coaches and consultants who say it doesn't matter if you ever actually deliver on your promise. It just matters if it makes the phone ring. And
Sounds great.
I think that's total and complete garbage.
Yep.
I think it's unethical. I think it's really, really cruddy. So that is not what's happening here. When we say that we guarantee to sell your house over the average price and under the average time, we mean that we guarantee that we will sell your house, the one you're living in or own, to someone else for more money than the mathematical average of what other people are selling similar houses in the same neighborhood or similar area at the same time of year for. It also means that we guarantee that we will sell it faster than people who are selling similar homes in the same area the same time of year are selling it for. The mathematical average. Now, I know that it sounds like I just said the same thing because I did, because we mean what we say, because there's no misleading language in there. Literally, if you call us or email us or go online, we will connect you with one of our experts. They will do an assessment, a legitimate deep dive value, way more than comps, a deep dive valuation of your home. But more than that, they'll talk to you and listen to you and understand you and your timeline and your motivation and your family situation or your job situation or whatever it is, and say to you, hey, we think we would be a great fit to work together, or, hey, I don't think we would be a great fit to work together. At any point, if we say that we believe we would be a great fit together, and you also think we're a great fit to work together, at that point, we will show you the research we've done, make sure that you believe it's legitimate and agree with it, and establish this is the average price that homes are selling for in the neighborhood that we agree on, and this is the average time it's taking to sell them, and we'll agree on that. And then we will guarantee to sell the house for more money than that number that homes are selling for, and for faster, less days than the time it's taking to sell them. There's no trick. There's no bait and switch. There's no manufacturing crazy statistics. We share the data. We will come to an agreement. And there's one more point I want to make, and this is one that real estate agents who are tuning in, and we have a lot of agents that listen to the show that have great feedback, but a lot of them are not going to like what I'm about to say, because I'm going to expose an absolute trick that real estate agents use to take advantage of individuals and the marketplace as a whole. Are you ready?
Ready. Let's go.
Here we go.
Ready.
List to sales price ratio. Okay?
Yeah.
List to sales price ratio. Now, let me say this up front. Most agents and title companies and mortgage lenders, and I believe newspaper writers and radio hosts and a lot of people don't even know they're doing this. So all the misleading stuff is happening, but I don't think that most of them are aware how misleading they're being. I think some of them know, but most of them don't. Here's why. If I tell you that as a company, our ratio of list price to sales price, which means how much did we ask for the house and how much did we get for the house, right? It sounds like a really good number to track, right?
Right.
We are at, this isn't our number, but people say this. We're at 98.8% list to sales price ratio, which means on average, we get 98.8% of what we're asking for homes. That sounds awesome.
I like it.
Now,
Sounds
let me
good.
make one very simple point that will destroy your confidence.
But I
in
like
that number.
that, though. I like
Yeah, it feels good, right? You can
Yeah.
curl up with that at night and stay warm. Here's the deal. I can ask whatever I want for the house. List price is not required to be based on any research, any factual data, or even any thinking. I could literally just type whatever number I want into the MLS database. Now,
I like the percentage a little bit less.
a real estate agent can't do that without approval from their client, but I'm sure you could imagine the ways a client might not know or might want a crazy number, or an agent might encourage a client to underprice their home so it's easier to sell.
Of course.
I'm not accusing any one agent, any one company, any brokerage. It's conspiracy theories. Here we go. But can you see how absolutely common that might be? Because someone else in your office did it that way, or your broker did it that way, or people have always done it that way, so you do it that way. You're not deliberately cheating people, but you're saying, hey, we average X percentage of what we ask. Well, who cares? Were you asking the right amount? We do research all the time where we tell people, look, you can offer full asking price because their asking price is way low. Yeah. Or, hey, I wouldn't pay anywhere near that because their asking price is crazy high, right? So what we do is we say, here's what homes have actually sold for in the neighborhood very recently, very similar homes. Only difference being the agent who is marketing it or selling it. And we will guarantee that we will sell it for more than that. And right now, we're averaging almost 9% more than that. In DFW right now, the average homes that we're selling is a little over $300,000. That's $27,000 or more dollars more in your pocket that you can go do whatever you'd like with.
I want to add one thing too that's really, really important is that we're not just having one person take a look at all of this. We have at least 3 people take a look at every single property.
At the value.
At the value of it, because the reality is one person can miss something. Right? Three people collectively are probably not going to miss on a price.
And while we're picking on the average typical agent, let me just say this. The average agent's going to sell 6 or 7 or 8 houses a year, and 4 or 5 of those are going to be buyers. So they're going to work with 1 or 2 or 3 sellers a year. That's just kind of the average numbers. On our team, that agent's only working with sellers, and they're probably selling 40 or more homes that year.
Our marketing specialists on average this week have 4 homes each going live.
Right. Which is absurd because most agents wouldn't do that amount in a year.
Right.
And they're doing more than that this week, doubling it. Yeah! There you go, Lil John. So it's exciting for us as a team, and it's not intended to brag, although I'm thrilled to brag on our team members and share about that with the marketplace. But for our friends, our neighbors, our audience, you need to know that statistic means nothing. I could be at 110% of list to sales price ratio, meaning I average selling homes for 10% more than we ask because we always ask 15% low, which means we're selling all of those houses 5% below what they should sell for. I hope that made sense.
It does make sense. And I want to make sure it's really, really clear that whenever you're saying that we average 9% over the average
almost 9%,
price.
Yeah. Yep.
That's very, very different
Very
to saying
different.
9% over list to sales.
Right. But let me just clarify the difference one more time because we got a bunch more to cover. What we're saying is we're averaging almost 9% more than other homes are actually selling for, as opposed to saying we're getting 98% of what we asked for the house.
Very different.
Because you could ask way high, and right now in this market, believe it or not, a lot of people are asking low. They're leaving a ton of money on the table.
All right. I want to remind you to go to valuethishouse.com. You need to get your home valuation. That's what we're talking about right now.
You got to do it.
Go over to valuethishouse.com, get your home valuation less than 1 minute. You have the time. Everybody has a minute. Go and get your home valuation. You
can do it on your
valuethishouse.com.
Cell phone, laptop, desktop, valuethishouse.com. All right, let's go.
All right, let's talk about a situation that we had that is really, really unique. We have a family that they actually have 2 homes to sell. It's a father, it's a wife, it's a daughter, and a husband, 2 homes to sell within a mile of each other. They want to move to the other side of the Metroplex. We're going to help them to accomplish all of this. Yep. What is the way that is unique? What are some of the things that they really need to think about?
So in a normal scenario, you're going to get a decent agent on half of this. And what I mean by that is, a good, honest, neighborly, friendly, nice, well-intentioned agent is decent. And they're not usually going to be terrible. Now, They can be terrible too often. But my point is, let's say you picked your agent based on the 2 houses you want to sell on the Dallas side. That same agent is going to want to help you when you move over to Fort Worth, and they're not going to be very good on the Fort Worth side because they don't live there. They don't know the streets, the neighborhoods, the school districts, and maybe they know them a little bit, but they don't know them as well as someone who is specializing over there. This client is getting such a sweet setup with us because they're getting, I think it's Jeremy on our team on the Dallas side. I won't say too much about where they are, but on the Dallas side of things. And they're getting Leah on the Fort Worth side. You know, I could be saying John or Brandon or David on our team. It doesn't matter. They're all wonderful. But the point is, you really, truly, legitimately cannot do any better than Jeremy and Leah or John and Brandon or whatever, David, whatever the case may be. But the fact is, on both sides, they're getting the same team, same brokerage, same support staff, same marketing and training and equipping and resources, but they're getting someone who lives and works and studies and specializes in only what they have need for in that area on both sides. Now, listen, let me say this very quickly. Most brokerages in DFW can connect you with an agent who's at their brokerage on both sides. And I'm not going to say any names because I don't want this to sound negative, but as a positive, most big brokerages could say, oh, here's an agent at our brokerage who works over here, and here's an agent that works. Now, they usually won't because the agent that gets one side of that wants the other side, and so they'll do it. But a brokerage could do that. Here's the difference in our team structure and our unique team structure. Leah in Fort Worth is on the exact same team as Jeremy is here in Dallas. They're interacting multiple times every single day. They're on morning huddles together. They're on team training, negotiation training, property training, marketing training, staff training, systems training. They're going to lunch and, when you can socially appropriately do that, but we're having team socials together. They're having offsite training days together. They're doing web stuff together. They're hanging out. They're celebrating. Actually, both of them are going to have, both families are going to have babies in the next.
That's awesome.
They literally know each other's future children's names, right? Future children's names. As opposed to like, oh, same logo, could you help me with that?
Right.
It's a big difference. That client's going to win big because same team, 2 different parts of the Metroplex, and that's very unique, and we're really, really proud to offer it. If ever you need something like that, I want you to go online right now to overunderagent.com or save this phone number in your cell phone and just text or call when you need us, 214-310-0008. Call or text 214-310-0008, or of course, anytime on overunderagent.com.
So one of the most unique things I love about being on this team is how much we truly care for each other. I was in Fort Worth this week with Leah working on some things when it comes to training. Same thing with Jeremy here. On our team, we have a great example of just the way that we worked together this past week. Brandon on our team had a client that needed to go and see a property. This property was going to go quick. Brandon had one of his son's baseball games. We always talk about on our team, look, family has to come first, right? Brandon was able to reach out to Elizabeth on our team, and Elizabeth was able to go and work and show them that property. Elizabeth is not one of our regular outside sales agents, but Elizabeth is fully licensed. Mm-hmm. She's great with people. We have trained her to everything she needs to know for this piece.
She kicked the
and
door
tell us
in
the
on
rest
this.
of
Yeah.
it.
So this was beautiful because Brandon's at a Little League baseball game, and if Brandon doesn't have a team that can support him, this client doesn't see this house. And if Brandon doesn't have a team, his client is not under contract on this house right now, which they actually are.
Yeah.
Right. So Elizabeth, who's wonderful at this, right, goes out, shows them the property, which the seller was saying, you can't show the property today. Elizabeth talked to them, was able to reach out and connect and explain the situation. And they were like, oh, well, okay, we'll make an exception. You can show it.
Yep.
Totally legal, totally ethical, totally appropriate, but got the green light to show it. And then was able to also soften them up on price a little bit and say,
awesome.
She's not even their primary agent. She is an agent. She's on our team. She understands our systems. She knows how to support him. But again, the primary agent is at a Little League baseball game while the client is getting access to a home that no one else can get access to and is getting a better deal on a property and is literally under contract this morning. Now, Brandon, of course, is right back in it, picked up where he left off, and the client is thrilled with both Brandon and Elizabeth and all of us because we put it together. But if you're not working with an agent who has a real team, not just the team by name, but a real team that has shared systems and knows each other and can work seamlessly, that client never gets into the house. They don't get opportunity for the price, and they're not under contract on that house today.
Well, the agent would have been afraid of giving that client some money in case if it got stolen.
Right.
Or they have to now miss their family's event.
Or pay some huge crazy fee to some other agent, and then there's a mixed loyalty and a battle for the client's loyalty and future referrals and all that shenanigans.
Hey, go to valuethishouse.com right now. You've got 1 minute to go and do it. You have 1 minute. Go to valuethishouse.com to get your home valuation in that 1 minute. Todd, tell us about PBJ Drive.
Yeah, you got to help us. We need your help. We need to feed children in our community who are hungry, that normally get food at school. Even during the coronavirus, a lot of the school districts did a great job of doing all that they could do to make sure kiddos who are getting breakfast or lunch at school could still get food. I don't really care about the politics of whether you agree with that or not. If you don't agree that children need to be fed, we're probably never going to be friends. We're probably not the right fit to sell your house either, to be honest with you. Children deserve food. And as their neighbors, whether next door or just in the same community, it's our goal to love on them, to serve them, to provide for them, to do the right thing. And all of that would point us towards making sure there's food in the bellies of people who are a little bit less certain about where that next meal is coming from. Please go to pbjdrive.com and join us by donating $50 or $100 or whatever you can. Or you're welcome to deliver peanut butter and jelly, no glass jars, peanut butter and jelly to our Richardson office or our Fort Worth office. All the information is at pbjdrive.com, or you can Venmo cash to @pbjdrive.
You have 1 minute, Todd, to tell me one key thing about the current market that everybody needs to know.
Inventory is as low as we've seen it maybe ever. Interest rates are as low as we've seen them ever. And buyer demand is almost as high as I've ever seen it. Probably it's a tie for highest. But what does that mean? That means values are going up. That means buyers don't wait. That means sellers get in while the getting is good. It's a great time to do both. Call 214-310-0008 for the Todd Tramonte home selling team, or text 214-310-0008, or go online to overunderagent.com, because we guarantee to sell your house over the average price and under the average time. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, for more Texas real estate on WBAP. AP.